All right, welcome to X1 World. Like you all know, it's a lovely Sunday. What's up, my people? Where you watching me from? Like you all know, after the lose to Flamengo 3-1, and the blunder from Nicolas Jackson, and the blunder from Enzo Maresca, because we can't talk about that match without giving blames to Enzo Maresca. This is a coach that knows what to do, but most times he prefers to commit blunder. I don't know if he's a gambler. He gambles with the match, and at the end of the day, he finds one excuse or the other. But as it stands right now, all it takes right now is for Chelsea to put the team in order. And that is what we're talking about. We're talking about the transfer window right now. As it stands right now, is about a swap deal all the way for Chelsea as it stands right now. Number one, Chelsea and West Ham. We are touchlighting the issue of swap deal. There might be a swap deal between the service of Kunduz and Christopher Nkunku. That is the latest as it stands right now, Chelsea won the service of Nkunku. Kunduz is a fantastic player that proved himself in English EPL, Fantastic player. There's nothing to write home about it. He is good to go, and Chelsea need his service. And as it stands right now, West Ham themselves, they need a striker, and Nkunku is available. So anything can happen in that business. And that is it for that, We move straight up. Chelsea might be having another swap deal based on what is on the ground as it stands right now with Juventus or Napoli as it stands right now. To start with, Vlahovic has just 12 months to leave his career in Juventus, and all their discussions in transfer window has fallen to nothing. And as it stands right now, Nicolas Jackson, Chelsea, according to Chelsea Herrick, they said Nicolas Jackson might be up for sale. In fact, to be frank to you, he is up for sale as it stands right now if a good offer comes. According to Fabrizio Romano, if they get an offer of about 50 million pounds plus, Chelsea is definitely going to make a way for Nicolas Jackson. And as it stands right now, Juventus is touchlighting the service of Nicolas Jackson, and Vlahovic is about to make his way out of Juventus. So definitely there might be a swap deal, and not that alone. Napoli is also touchlighting the service of Nicolas Jackson. And this is what it is, And like you all know, that's why I always talk about our own Victor Osimhen. Osimhen will not be right out until transfer window is over. I tell you this, anything can happen. Like you all know, the issue of Osimhen, everything is done and dusted. The only issue there is the issue of weekly wages. That is just a problem. Chelsea hierarchy, they know they need Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen said wants Chelsea service, but the truth is Chelsea must pay his wages, and that is just the issue. If they can find a landing spot for the wages, I'm telling you the truth, Victor Osimhen will move straight to Chelsea, and it won't take time for him to adapt. And it's not only Victor Osimhen, we're still talking about Uwe Ketike of Eintracht Frankfurt. The bill. Eintracht Frankfurt said they need 100 million euro. That's what it is, A whole lot of clubs have been running up and down, and yet no one is yet to succeed in service of him, And as it sounds right now, we're talking about the issue of Gaetan. The issue of Gaetan is still much on. Like I told you, 7 years deal has been agreed with Chelsea and Gaetan. The only issue remaining is the club per se, as in Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund, to finalize their issue on the price tag. It's just a little price tag different that is holding the deal all this while. 42 million pounds Chelsea has tabled, but Borussia Dortmund wants more. Murillo from Nottingham Forest. Chelsea is touchlighting the service of Murillo. That dude, that strong defender, fantastic defender from Nottingham Forest, very good defender. He's always doing whenever he's there, always gallant in the back. And as it sounds right now, Maguire of Crystal Palace, as it sounds right now, Liverpool is closing on. You know how Liverpool does their deal. Whenever they come very fast, and they're doing it like they never did before. Although they are never ahead of Chelsea in transfer window. Chelsea has always proven themselves when it comes to transfer window with Liverpool. For instance, the business of Caicedo and the business of what's his name, Lavia. Chelsea come ahead of them, and that's what it is, And as it sounds right now, Liverpool is moving fast in the business for Maguire. And like you all know, Maguire is a player from Chelsea that Chelsea sold to Crystal Palace, and Chelsea can still have him back if they want to have him. All they need to do is they have to pay the fee Crystal Palace we need, and Chelsea have a kind of a small fee they're still going to get after the sale of Maguire. So it's going to be a very good one if Chelsea go for the service of Maguire, because he is an England dude and he knows what to do and has played the Premiership just like Murillo. He can deliver, and that is it for the central defense back. Joe Pedro, as it sounds right now, Joe Pedro of Brighton. Newcastle is touchlighting his service seriously, and I'm telling you the truth, the young dude wants to come to Chelsea, and Chelsea is touchlighting his service also, but they are yet to finalize on the issue of Joe Pedro. And the last but not the least I want to talk about the Chelsea transfer window is Morgan Rogers. Like you all know, Aston Villa did not make it to Champions League. That is what it is, and that brings them to financial issue. As it stands right now, the PSR, Aston Villa has to make a sale to balance their PSR. They have to make a sale to raise up to 150 million pounds or more to balance their PSR, not to have issue with the PSR. And as it stands right now, Morgan Rogers is being touchlight by a whole lot of players, a whole lot of clubs. The light of Chelsea and Arsenal is going for a service massively, and Aston Villa is tabling a price tag of about 80 million pounds for this young dude. And like you all know, Chelsea need a fantastic attacker that can play from the flanks, that can play from any side of the flank. And I must tell you the truth, Morgan Rogers is a fantastic player. It's just all about the discussion of the price, if it's going to work out. I must tell you, if Chelsea got this dude, they got a fantastic player. Like you all know, as it stands right now, Chelsea have a chance of signing a whole lot of players because of, the level they are as it stands right now. They are in Champions League, they are in EPL, and they got almost a whole lot of leagues to play. So it is time for them to get the players they need in the team to get themselves at the right place. That is what it is. I would like to hear from you from the comment section what you think about all this commentary, and what you think about the transfer window, and what you think about Nicolas Jackson fumbling and wombling. Do you think Jackson deserves to leave Chelsea, or do you think Chelsea should still leave Jackson in Chelsea? I would like to hear from you in the comment section. Like you all know, it's the X1 word at Brendan Nwawulu. That's my YouTube channel. Facebook, if I'm Brendan, that's what it is. TikTok, like you all know, at Brendan Nwawulu, that's what it is. I love you all. Stay blessed. We move. One love.